Okay, welcome back to practice problem number 3 with the 4491W 2013. We are looking at Anthony and Courtney Webster, and this is what it looks like in your book. So here is their intake sheet, and we'll skip over to the practice lab. So you'll see the answer is $1,394 of a refund for the Websters. And we'll turn to the 1040 so you can see the line by line and then go through the forms so you can compare your entries. So again, all of their personal information will flow from the main information page. Married filing jointly, 2 exemptions, wages of $52,241, taxable interest $778, taxable refunds $487, gambling winnings $125, for a total income of $53,631. Adjustments, educator expenses $250, penalty on early withdrawal of savings $78, makes their AGI $53,303. We'll go to page 2. And their itemized deductions equaled $14,018. And here are their exemptions. Their taxable income $31,485. This should flow for you automatically. The tax table, 3,829 liability. No non-refundable credits. The next thing we see is the federal income tax withholdings of 5,223, which equals their refund. And they did want to have it direct deposited. So now we'll go into each of the forms and we'll make sure that those entries match what you have and you can see any differences that may arise. So the first form we'll turn to is the W-2. And it'll just take a second here for you to line it up. This one should match. There wasn't anything that needed to be override. So there's nothing entered in boxes 12 or 14. So we'll go to the next W-2. Again, we didn't need to click the box to take the calculations off lines 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so you should have been fine with letting the auto compute. And again, there's nothing entered into boxes 12 or 14 to pay attention to. Go to the interest statement, which again, Schedule B. We link out to the interest statement. And just to make sure everyone knows how to get to that point, I'll go in here, go to this line under other interest. And in this computer software, the link doesn't pop up, but if you click on this line, a little green arrow should pop up. And so we'll go to interest statement. So you can see these are the entries to make. Let's go back to our case study. Okay, so we're going to go to the Schedule A, and then we'll go back up to the notes because there was some entries that were made from the notes directly. So let's just go to the Schedule A. So the unreimbursed medical expenses equaled out to be $39.29, which then did not carry forward to be anything added into their itemized deductions. I would go into the detail if that were the case. So we'll actually take a look because we're going to have to go there anyway with the gifts to charity to see which ones we included and which ones we didn't. This is the entry automatically flows. Here's we put in the real estate taxes, personal property tax, the mortgage interest, the gifts to charity, and we'll go into, you can see how that breaks down. So the medical expenses, we did put in the medical miles up here. Here's the insurance premiums. We put dental bills, new glasses, prescription drugs, but again, that ended up to be zero. The only thing that qualifies for this case was the church tithings of $4,550. So you may have tried to enter this. This was a difficult entry. You had to actually do other deductions to put the gambling losses in there for the 125 because that does factor in to the itemized deduction. So again, you link by clicking on that line there and adding other deductions worksheet, and then you put the gambling losses in. All right, so just to recap, cash donation, no written documentation. That's why that wasn't included. Car loan interest isn't included. You can check your publication 17 for the details. There's a chart that shows which can be deducted and which cannot. The late payment can be, for those that saw that. The donation to presidential election campaign fund cannot. Teeth whitening products cannot. Okay, so let's scroll back up to the notes. We see here they were married. That doesn't affect. So this is going to be an entry. Courtney paid $385 for school supplies for the year and wasn't reimbursed. And then here's the gambling loss, the 125. So here's where we put the educator expenses, $250 for the spouse on worksheet 2, 1040. And the next line here, itemized deductions, state refund of $580, and then some of these details about last year's itemized deductions. If you go to the 1040 page 1, if you didn't know where to enter this, you can link out. Again, with the software on this computer, you can't actually see the link, but you go to this line here, and then you would click the green arrow to the link, which brings you up here to the state tax refund. And that's where you're going to put these entries that we found in the notes. And so that's should be everything that you needed to enter to get the correct answer.